Have you ever wondered why some people seem genuinely happy in their 70s and 80s, while others feel bitter, restless, or empty? They may have the same aches and pains. They've lost people they love. They've lived through hardships, regrets, and change. And yet, some walk with peace in their eyes, while others carry weight in their hearts. What's the difference? It's not just about money, it's not perfect health, and it's definitely not luck. The happiest seniors all seem to live by a few simple truths, quietly, consistently, every single day. In today's video, we're going to talk about 7 daily truths that happy, fulfilled seniors know, that others often overlook. These aren't clichés. They're not wishful thinking. They're the result of observation, experience, and in many cases, research. If you're in your 60s, 70s, or beyond, these truths can help you live not just longer, but better, more peacefully, more purposefully, and with fewer regrets. By the end of this video, you'll understand the patterns that shape emotional well-being in older adults, and what you can start doing today to experience more joy and peace in your daily life. Stay until the end, because one of the most important truths is something most people never think about, until it's too late. Truth number 1. Happiness is a practice, not a personality. Many people think happiness is something you either have or don't. They say things like, "I was never a positive person. That's just not my nature. I've seen too much to smile now." But here's the truth. The happiest seniors aren't naturally happy. They've practiced it. They've developed habits of gratitude. They've learned to stop chasing what they can't control. And they've trained their minds to focus on what still is rather than what was. Take Mary and Linda, both 72. Mary wakes up every day and writes down 3 things she's thankful for. She takes a slow walk, smiles at the trees, and says hello to neighbors. Even when her back hurts, even when she misses her husband, she finds small moments to be grateful for. Linda, on the other hand, starts her day scrolling through news on her phone. She complains about the weather, the government, her neighbors. She's convinced happiness is something other people were born with, and she wasn't. But neuroscience tells a different story. Studies show that the brain can rewire itself, even in old age. This is called neuroplasticity, and it means that your thoughts shape your brain day after day. Gratitude, kindness, mindfulness, they're not soft ideas. They're proven ways to increase dopamine and serotonin, the feel-good chemicals in your brain. So if you think it's too late to become a happier person, let me gently tell you, it's not. Happiness is not a gift, it's a muscle. And the good news is, you can start building it anytime. Truth number 2, movement is more than exercise. It's medicine for the mind. When you hear the word movement, do you think of going to the gym, running, working out, something tiring? Most people do. But for happy seniors, movement means life, not just fitness. It's the gentle stretch in the morning that wakes up the body. It's walking to the window to feel the sun. It's dancing a little while making tea or watering plants with purpose. Meet Harold. He's 79. He doesn't run marathons, but every morning he walks to the corner bakery, says hello to the same smiling clerk, buys his bread, and walks home. That 20-minute walk, it keeps his legs strong, his heart healthy. But more than that, it gives him routine, purpose, and connection. Now meet Glenn, also 79. He used to be a runner, but when his knees gave out, he stopped moving altogether. Now he spends most of the day in his recliner. He says he's tired. But what he doesn't see is this: the less he moves, the less energy he has, and the more depressed he feels. Science backs this up. Regular, gentle movement has been linked to improved memory, lower risk of depression, better sleep, and even slower physical aging. Your body was made to move. Even small, slow movement done regularly can awaken your mood and stabilize your spirit. So don't think of it as a chore. Think of it as a conversation with life. The more you move, the more alive you feel. Truth number 3, relationships are oxygen, but only the right ones. We all need connection, but not all relationships are good for you. Happy seniors know this deeply. They've learned, often through painful experience, that some relationships drain you, while others nourish your soul. Let me tell you about Sarah and Evelyn. Both 75. Sarah keeps chasing the love of her grown children, even when they ignore her. She keeps calling, texting, sending gifts, trying to stay relevant in their lives. She says, "If they would just visit more, I'd be happy again." Evelyn also has distant children, but she's stopped begging for scraps of attention. Instead, she's built a community at her senior center. She plays cards every Tuesday, shares coffee with neighbors on Thursdays, and volunteers once a week. She still loves her family, but she doesn't let their absence define her worth. Because happy seniors have learned this truth: it's better to be alone with peace than surrounded by people who make you feel invisible. Researchers say that loneliness increases the risk of heart disease and dementia. But the solution isn't more people, it's the right people. One meaningful connection can be more powerful than a dozen shallow ones. So if you're holding on to toxic relationships out of guilt or habit, let this be your sign. You're allowed to let go. And when you do, you make space for something better. Truth number 4. Your thoughts shape your reality more than your circumstances do. Let's be honest, life after 60 isn't easy. You may have aches and pains. You may have lost people. You might worry about money, memory, or mortality. But here's what happy seniors understand better than most. You can't always choose your circumstances, but you can choose the story you tell yourself about them. Take Roger and Tim, both 68. Both lost their jobs at 60. Both have health issues, but one of them is thriving, and the other is just surviving. Roger tells himself, "This is my time to rest. I've worked hard. Now I can focus on what matters." Tim says, "It's all downhill from here. I'm useless now." Same situation, different narrative, and that narrative changes everything. You see, your brain listens to what you tell it. If you constantly think, "I'm too old for this, nothing good happens anymore," it's too late for me. If your brain believes it, and it responds with fatigue, apathy, and even physical decline. But if you shift that voice, just a little, and start saying, "I still have something to give. I'm grateful for this day. What can I enjoy today?" Your brain responds in kind. This isn't just positive thinking, it's neurobiology. Positive reframing can literally change your hormone levels, boost immunity, and help your body recover faster from stress. Your inner voice is either building your strength or breaking it down. So listen to yourself. Then ask, would I talk to someone I love this way? If not, start treating yourself with that same compassion. Truth number 5, letting go is more powerful than holding on. There's a quiet strength that comes with age, but it only shows up if we've learned how to release. Release what? Guilt from decades ago. Grudges that never got resolved. Mistakes we made as parents or spouses. Dreams that didn't come true. Most people drag those things behind them like a heavy suitcase. They carry them into every conversation, every morning, every night. But the happiest seniors, they've learned to set that suitcase down. Meet Barbara. She's 74. When she talks about her past, she doesn't sugarcoat it. She says, "I wasn't the perfect mother. I made some big mistakes." But then she smiles. "I've said sorry. I've forgiven myself. Now I focus on being present." That's power. Compare that to Joan. She's 73 and still replays old arguments in her head. Still judges herself for decisions made 30 years ago. Still tells stories that end with, "I should have." But here's the truth. You cannot change the past, but you can change your relationship to it. Forgiveness is not for them, it's for you. It's how you free yourself from the weight of what no longer serves you. Letting go isn't weakness. It's the beginning of peace. Truth number 6. Purpose doesn't retire. A common myth about growing older is that retirement means you're done. Done contributing, done mattering, done dreaming. But happy seniors know better. They know that purpose doesn't have an expiration date. You don't need a job title to be valuable. You don't need a paycheck to feel useful. You just need something or someone to care about. Take Richard, 82. He no longer drives. He doesn't travel. But every morning he calls a neighbor who lost her husband. They talk for 10 minutes, and she says it's the only thing keeping her going. Richard doesn't think of it as a big deal, but it's his purpose. Small, steady, sacred. Now meet Lorraine, 70. After retiring, she fell into a depression. She said, "I don't know who I am anymore." But then she started writing letters to her grandchildren, stories, jokes, bits of wisdom. Now they look forward to her handwritten notes every week. And she feels alive again. Purpose is not about changing the world. It's about showing up for one small part of it, again and again. Happy seniors don't wait for something big. They find meaning in the ordinary, because when you have a reason to wake up, you also have a reason to live. Truth number 7. Peace is a choice, not a destination. We all want peace, but most people treat it like a place they'll reach after something happens. Once my health improves, once my children visit more, once I have enough money. But the truth is, peace doesn't come from outside events. It comes from inner acceptance. Meet Helen. She's 85. Her hearing is fading. Her hands tremble. Her husband passed away 12 years ago, but when you sit with her, there's a stillness in her eyes. She says, "I don't fight the day. I don't fear tomorrow. I just breathe, and I thank God I'm still here." That's peace. Now contrast that with Tom, 83. He has fewer physical issues than Helen, but he's always angry. Angry at his doctor, angry at his kids, angry at the world. He believes peace is impossible in this life. And so, it is. Peace is not the absence of problems, it's the presence of acceptance. And acceptance is a daily practice. You choose it every time you let go of a worry you can't solve, forgive someone who never apologized, sit quietly and feel the sun on your skin. Happy seniors don't wait for peace. They create space for it. If you're still watching and finding these truths meaningful, please comment number truth below so I know you're with me. And if you haven't yet, hit subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss future videos like this. Final thoughts: what happy seniors really know. Now that we've explored these 7 daily truths, take a moment to ask yourself which of them are already part of your life, and which ones are gently calling you to pay attention. Let's quickly remember what they were. Happiness is a practice, not a personality trait. Movement is medicine, not just for the body, but for the soul. Relationships must nourish you, not deplete you. Your thoughts shape your reality, more than your circumstances ever could. Letting go brings peace, not weakness. Purpose never retires, it just evolves. Peace is a daily choice, not a distant goal. Each of these truths may seem small, simple, obvious even, but that's what makes them powerful. They're not grand philosophies. They're the quiet choices we make every day, in the way we think, move, love, forgive, and live. And together, they create something extraordinary. Your future isn't set in stone. If you're over 60, maybe you've asked yourself, is it too late to change? Can I still be happy? Does any of this still matter? Let me answer you from the heart. Yes, it matters. Yes, you still have time. And no, it's not too late. You're not behind. You're not broken. You're just older. And that's not a flaw. It's a privilege. Because with age comes the chance to live more consciously, more gratefully, more meaningfully. Your past doesn't define you. Your aches don't own you. And your age is not a barrier to joy. You can still smile deeply, laugh unexpectedly, love again, or love more fiercely. make peace with your story, and write a new chapter, starting now. Let's talk. Your wisdom matters. I'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share. Which of these truths spoke to you the most? What have you learned about happiness after 60? What helps you stay grounded, connected, or grateful? Your words might inspire someone else. Your story could remind another person that they're not alone. So please, let's keep this circle of wisdom alive. And if you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and turn on the bell so you won't miss the next time we explore another life-changing truth together. Thank you for spending this time with me, and until next time, take a deep breath, be gentle with yourself, and remember, the best part of your life may still be ahead if you let it be.